do have an awesome beard. I just trimmed my mustache just recently. I was growing it out, but I had to stop because I was getting more hair in my mouth than a 70s porn star. So I went to McDonald's yesterday for coffee, and I saw the most awesome thing that I've seen in a long damn time. I saw a guy riding a bicycle, which is great, but he had a chainsaw and a can of gas strapped to the front of this. It wasn't just like, oh, hey, spur of the moment thing, like, oh, we're going to strap this to the front of the bike. Like, these straps were worn. He had it in position. He had spot for it. He knew how to do it. I just want to know, like, what the fuck was he doing? Was he an eco-friendly lumberjack? I don't know. What was the job description on that? Like, oh, you've got a bike and a chainsaw. You're hired. Then I had the scariest stuff that I've had in a long damn time was, what if the juggalos are sending out missionaries now? Like, when I watched the news last night, I was kind of hoping for, like, oh, chainsaw murder, chainsaw murder, chainsaw murder. The juggalo theory scares me. But, speaking of Melissa's abortion joke, they had a cockfighting bill here in Utah. They were going to make cockfighting a felony as opposed to just a misdemeanor. They decided they weren't going to do that because the Republicans said, if abortion is still legal, then we should let these chickens fight to the death. That's just, like, that's what they're bred for. What do we need, you know? I'm just wondering how they're going to feel about my toddler fighting rig. It's not cruel. It's not like I strap a razor blade to their feet or anything like that. It's just, you know, first one to lay down and cry loses. People do kind of frown upon my toddler kennels, but, you know, it's not like I go like a Vic and start poking them with sticks and stuff. Just tease them with a little bit of candy. Foster care does have its benefits. Rule number 1 of Toddler Fight Club is, oh shit, you can't talk anyway. Rule number 2 of Toddler Fight Club is Daddy only loves a winner. So you guys ever heard of the Provo Push? The Provo Soak? The Provo Float? Apparently the young LDS couples, in order to get around the no sex before marriage rule, they've come up with innovative ways to do it. The Provo Push is basically some aggressive dry humping. The float is when you get too chafed from the Provo Push. You're allowed to put the penis on the outside of the vagina, but there's no penetration. Now they have the Provo Soak, which is one step above. There's insertion, but no movement. Movement. I'm just wondering what the fuck happens if somebody sneezes. Like, do we have to do like a quick Mormon bless you? Like, I'd like to bear my testimony that sneeze was a true sneeze. I say the things in the name of Jesus Christ. Bless you! Still a virgin. Tell me about your first time. Well, apparently the guy had a really bad hay fever. You guys ever do Facebook masturbation? That's when you comment and like your own post on Facebook. You can always go David Carradine with like a choking yourself with a Batman suit in the closet. That's when you like your own comment on your own post. But I'd like to fuck with people on Facebook, like upload like a big gay Pride Day parade photo, like overhead, no details, and then start tagging your LDS friends in it. That's Ezekiel right there. You guys are so brave. How did your family take it? Speaking of being gay, do you think they have a father-son dance at gay weddings? Seriously, like if my son's gay, goddamn right I'm gonna dance with him at the wedding. We'll swing to the music, I'll hold him close. It's probably gonna be something I'm not gonna assume, but reach in and tell him how proud I am that he's found the man of his dreams. They're going to spend the rest of their lives together. Marriage is a great institution. But then, son, there's certain things that I've learned over the years, and that's every relationship hits its low points. Things grow dull. They lose their luster over time. You need to keep that spark alive in the bedroom. That's something you need to do. Like, that intimacy is an important part of any relationship. And if there's one thing I've learned is you need to keep your enthusiasm for your partner. So when he asks you to suck his cock, you get right in there and you suck that cock. You suck it good. where are we at here? You guys see the Miss Utah thing? Everybody loves the Miss Utah thing. Did you guys see that?
Yeah.
Like they asked her about gender inequality and pay. And this may be me, but her answer was a really good example of why there is gender inequality in pay. It's like, oh, so you're Miss Utah. Kind of like the best crop of all the pageant girls in Utah. Yeah, we'll pay you $2 an hour. Yes. It's all right. So I got a modem from Comcast the other day, and it was the previous owner had put their name and phone number on it, property of Dolores Clayton. That's actually her name is Dolores Clayton. I don't remember her phone number, but I really want to fuck with her because somebody that neurotic, somebody that just anal, like I just want to call her up one day and be like, hey, I've got your modem and router and I'm looking at gay porn on it. Great. So with my magnificent beard, a lot of people have gay men love my beard. They do. I'm just gonna put it out there. It's like catnip for gay men. It's not even gay guys that are in my league. Like these guys are cut, 6-packs. They look like Jake Gyllenhaal. They're just really good-looking guys. Like I am seriously I'm tempted to go out with them just so I can walk into a place like this and be like, yeah, he's tapping this. Time. But you guys have seen FamilyHistory.com? Like trace your genealogy. I think we should do the same thing for sex. Because seriously, they say that everybody that you have had sex with everybody that they have had sex with. I want to trace this shit back. I want to find out if I fucked some famous people by proxy. Hey, it looks like you fucked Marilyn Monroe back. Great. Bad news. Fucked your grandpa too. And a horse. How do you know that? Well, apparently they filed charges against your grandpa. That always makes me think of STDs. Because seriously, I went in for a test the other day. It's clean. Thank you very much. Herpes doesn't count, right? But these STDs, they don't just oh, here's a new outbreak of STDs. These have survived over the ages. That gonorrhea that you have could be the same gonorrhea that Ben Franklin got. Seriously.